In 1867, a classical physicist named James Clerk Maxwell, proposed a thought experiment that is designed to break the single most unbreakable law of entirety of the universe, the second law of thermodynamics, which states that entropy in a closed system can only increase but never decrease. So he designed a imaginary creature, a demon, that could sort fast particles and slow particles without doing any work, creating free energy out of nowhere and decreasing the entropy of a closed system. And for nearly a century, no physicist on earth could mathematically prove that why this theory of Maxwell, this demon of Maxwell, is impossible. See, until quantum mechanics and information theory proved something insane, that information itself has physical entropy. Okay, so here's the setup. You take a box with two chambers, chamber A and chamber B, filled with gas of equal temperature. At equal temperature, temperature is just now the average kinetic energy of the moving particles. Fast or hot, slow or cold. Now put the Maxwell's demon in between with a door. See, every time a fast particle approaches from angle chamber A, it shorts and puts it to the chamber B, and while a slow particle from chamber B, it puts it into chamber A. So like this, it sorts both the slow and fast moving particles at a point when chamber B is very hot while chamber A is extremely cold. And then the thermal equilibrium of the system is broken down and entropy in this closed system has decreased. For decades, no physicist tried to catch the demon cheating. Nobody can prove why this was impossible. First, they said the demon needs light to observe the particles. Radiation pressure from the photons will add energy to the system. But then quantum mechanics stepped in and said that quantum fluctuations in the door mechanism will cause friction, expending energy. Uh, but at last, in 1920, physicist Leo Szilard designed a quantum single particle engine that stripped away the light, the friction, and the door itself. The demon was still breaking entropy using nothing but its memory. See, he proposed that information, information itself has energy and entropy. Now, the ultimate answer for this equation did not come from quantum physics, did not come from classical physics, but it rather came from information physics. See, in 1961, Rolf Laurander and Charles Bennett proved that measuring a particle and sorting it into different areas with different velocities in a memory cell does not violate empty. Storing data is thermodynamic sum zero. Entropy penalty happens when the demon's brain, when the demon has run out of its memory. To keep sorting particles forever, the demon must eventually erase its old memories so he can make new ones for sorting out those arrangements. According to Laurander's principle, erasing one bit of physical information requires the minimum energy dissipation of energy with the equation energy is equal to or greater than the product of uh, Lorentz constant, uh, temperature, and the logarithmic natural logarithm of 2, where the heat dissipation into the environment erases the memory, perfectly balancing the entropy of the entire system. And that is now it says that because of the losing of memory and this, the total energy of the system is not decreasing but rather staying stable or actually increasing. So here information is physical matter and energy. Maxwell's demon proved that information theory and thermodynamics are two sides of the exact same coin. It isn't about heat, it's about missing information. Every time your phone processor overwrites a bit of RAM, it physically radiates microscopic joules of heat into the universe to preserve the second law of thermodynamics. The universe does not care if you are a creature or Maxwell's demon in a computer or in a system. You cannot delete data from the universe without paying the thermodynamic tax. You have to always follow the second law of thermodynamics. Drop your takes down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.